Democracy basically means government by the people, of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.
This is a product information leaflet for democracy. By international convention, every product sold to the public must disclose its side effects. Democracy is not legally required to do this. So we have prepared this leaflet on its behalf. Democracy is the world's most prescribed system of government. It is currently administered to approximately 4 billion people daily. According to its packaging, democracy delivers the following: free and fair elections, representation of public will, accountability of those in power, protection of individual rights, a peaceful transfer of power. These are front of the box claim. The actual content may differ. Side effect number 1. In some patients, democracy may begin to refuse to investigate its own failures. Symptoms typically appear when the failure is too embarrassing to acknowledge.
The ayes to the right were 111, the noes to the left 364. So the noes have it, the noes have it.
This morning I met some of the victims and survivors of this scandal, and they were clear with me that they want action now, not the delay of a further inquiry. The J inquiry, the last national inquiry, was 7 years.
Using this inquiry, he is enabling those people who wish to smear all British Muslims based on the actions of a small minority. He is talking about distraction tactics. Let us have the truth. The Prime Minister cannot tell the House the full scale of the scandal.
For 20 years, organized gangs systematically abused thousands of girls in towns across England: Rochdale, Telford, Oldham. The pattern was the same. The cover-up was the same. The institutional response, you guessed it, was the same. In 2025, an inquiry was proposed in the House of Commons, a national inquiry, to examine what had gone wrong, who had known, and why nothing had been done. The motion was defeated, 364 votes to 111. The Prime Minister called the inquiry vote a wrecking amendment. The retired police officer reported he has been instructed by Chief Superintendent to stop investigating because the local police did not want to offend the community. In the same country, in the same year, citizens have been arrested for posting opinions online. Democracy was working perfectly. It had simply chosen what to investigate. Side effect number 2. In some patients, democracy may begin to mandate citizen participation in its own incompetence. The product remains the same. The label is updated.
इथेनॉल ब्लेंडिंग की वजह से गाड़ियों के इंजन खराब हो रहे हैं।
ऐसा होता ही नहीं, पूरे झूठे प्रचार है। ऐसी एक भी तकरार नहीं आई। हमारी बड़ी बड़ी ऑटोमोबाइल कंपनियां अब फ्लेक्स इंजन लॉन्च कर रहे हैं, जिसके कारण हम 100% बायो इथेनॉल का उपयोग करेंगे। दूसरी ओर पेट्रोल में भी 20% तक इथेनॉल अभी तक आया है। अभी ट्रायल चल रही है, क्योंकि ब्राज़ील में 27% इथेनॉल जो है वो डाला जाता है, और यही हमारे यहाँ जो ऑटोमोबाइल ब्रांड्स हैं वही ब्राज़ील में उपलब्ध है। हमारे देश में ये ट्रायल चल रही है ARAI में। उनके बाद ये ट्रायल सक्सेस होने के बाद वो पेट्रोलियम मिनिस्ट्री को रिकमेंड करेंगे। इसके स्टैंडर्ड्स भी निश्चित होंगे और उसके बाद भी उसका निर्णय भारत सरकार करेगी। इथेनॉल के कारण व्हीकल में प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है, जबकि इसकी एक भी कंप्लेंट कोई आई नहीं है। आज हमारे इथेनॉल यूज करने के बाद ऐसी कोई कंप्लेंट नहीं, उल्टा उससे पोल्यूशन भी कम हुआ है।
In April 2026, the government mandated a nationwide sale of petrol blended with 20% ethanol. The transport minister has publicly announced an ambition to move towards 100% ethanol blending. Vehicle owners report reduced mileage, reduced engine performance, mechanical complaints. The country imports approximately 90% of its crude oil. The blend will not change this. The blend uses sugarcane and maize, crops that require water. India does not have. In a year where Economic Survey itself flagged food security concerns, the policy is described as energy security, self-reliance, a green transition. The citizen is described as patriotic for accepting it. The citizen is not described as a customer who has paid full price for a degraded product, because that would be accurate. In a democracy, the inconvenience of accuracy is borne by the citizen, not by the government. Side effect number 3. In advanced cases, the elected representatives of the people may begin to refuse powers given to them by the people. This is the most counterintuitive symptom.
Admiral Cooper, have you reduced the state of preparedness for our troops in the region?
Congressman, consistent with my responsibilities as a combatant commander, I'm prepared to execute a broad range of contingencies. Where we sit today, we're executing a blockade, and we're prepared for further direction, depending on how negotiations go.
So the state of preparedness remains at its highest level?
It does.
Thank you. Are American troops still in harm's way?
Depending on a variety of contingencies, yes.
Are American forces defending against Iranian threats?
When threatened, we always defend ourselves.
Did CENTCOM fire on Iranian tankers running the blockade on May 6th and 8th?
We fired on, after going through a series of de-escalation measures to get tankers to stop, consistent with the blockade, we disabled those tankers.
So you did fire on Iranian tankers on May 6th and 8th?
We disabled them, yes. We fired on them, and as a result of the fire, they were effectively disabled.
Did the U.S. launch strikes against Iranian military sites on May 7th?
So the United States forces in the execution of defensive mission in moving destroyers from the Arabian Gulf back into the Gulf of Oman were fired upon dozens of times. We defended ourselves.
So
and
American forces were fired upon by Iran, and you fired back.
That's exactly right.
Thank you. Is it your military assessment that hostilities have been ceased since April?
We remain in a ceasefire, yes.
That's not my question. My question was military assessment that hostilities have ceased since April.
My military assessment is the ceasefire has set the foundation for military hostilities to cease. Iran pushes it.
So the hostilities have continued.
Well, Iran clearly attacked our ships, as you described, dozens of times. Yes, sir.
I'm really very, very sorry for the two of you. You just cannot answer a question correctly and directly, but you're doing the best you can.
Under the Constitution, only Congress has the power to declare war. In 2006, the United States entered armed conflict with Iran. A war power resolution was introduced in the Senate to require congressional authorization, as the Constitution demands. It was blocked. It was reintroduced, blocked again. 6 times the Senate has voted on whether to assert its own constitutional authority. 6 times it has voted against itself. Across the same period, executive orders have rewritten the rules of voting. Federal funds appropriated by Congress have been withheld by executives. Federal agents have been deployed to American cities over the objection of those cities. Congress have been denied access to federal detention facilities. In each case, Congress has the constitutional authority to act. In each case, Congress chose not to. Power in a democracy is not seized, it is donated. Side effect number 4. In long-term users, democracy may begin to redefine its own vocabulary. The redefinitions are subtle. They are introduced one at a time, and they are difficult to notice in real time. Few examples observed in 2026. A vote to investigate child abuse is redefined as a wrecking amendment. A fuel that damages your engine is redefined as energy security. A war fought without congressional authorization is redefined as executive prerogative. A constitution amendment voters approved is redefined by the courts as a procedurally invalid. Mass deportation operation conducted without judicial oversight are redefined as civil enforcement. Tariff imposed without legislative consent are redefined as national emergencies measure. The redefinitions are written by professionals. They are repeated by journalists. They are eventually adopted by ordinary speakers who do not realize that they are using the language written for them by the people they are trying to hold accountable. This is the most successful side effect. By the time citizen notices it, the citizen no longer has the words to describe what has happened. In conclusion, democracy as currently administered may produce the following: a government that refuses to investigate itself, a citizen who is required to fund its mistakes, a legislature that surrenders its power voluntarily, a vocabulary that makes none of this describable. Discontinue use if symptoms persist. Note, there is no alternative supplied with this product. No replacement is available in your country. No refund will be issued. No compensation will be offered. The next dose will be administered at the next election. Attendance is encouraged. Effectiveness is not guaranteed. This has been a product information leaflet. If you found this informative, the manufacturer asks you to share it with another patient. If you found it disturbing, the manufacturer suggests you have been paying attention.